Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an Eastern Kentucky elementary school holds a holiday fundraiser while honoring the memory of one of its own. And a special Christmas event returns to a Kentucky church after being canceled last year due to COVID-19.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 5:33 on Friday, December 10th. Let's go over and check in with Brandon.
Well, Chas, so far this morning, things have been fairly quiet and fairly mild. We were both talking about earlier when we walked out the door, we didn't need jackets this morning.
But not so for the rest of the week.
Yeah, well, I think
That's
you'll be
crazy.
okay for parts of the next couple of days, but once we get past tomorrow afternoon, when that cold front gets here, jackets for sure by tomorrow evening and on Sunday as well. Let's take a look, see what's going on this morning. Live pinpoint Doppler radar first, and not a whole lot of action to tell you about. A few widely scattered showers out there, maybe just some sprinkles in some areas this morning, but nothing too crazy going on just yet. Temperatures in the 50s everywhere with the exception of Ashland, Wise, and Jonesville in the mid to upper 40s there. So a very mild start to the day out there across the state and region. 57 Paducah and Louisville. 41 though across the river in Cincinnati. 46 in the Tri-Cities and almost 60 in Bowling Green right now. 12-hour planner for today. Sunrise 7:37, sunset 5:15. You won't see either one of those though because clouds for most of the day and some, again, widely scattered showers as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. Then tonight, the situation gets a little bit more on the strong side there. We'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. Well, this week we have shared stories of the recipients of the WYMT Ralph Gabbard Memorial Scholarship. The final recipient, Pike County Central High School senior Zachary Crum, was chosen from Region 15. And as he tells WYMT's Buddy Forbes, he hopes it will fuel him on his journey to tell the stories he's grown to love.
The mountain region is full of stories.
Many underdogs. I love underdogs.
And every story starts somewhere.
As a teenage guy, probably sports, just because that's what I've done my whole life since I was little. I've played baseball and basketball. Love both.
For Pike Central High School senior Zachary Crum, those stories have written a passion to move into a career where he is able to share them with the world.
There's awesome stories through sports, from things like one through basketball with probably Jim Valvano. You know, had awful disease and still coached through it, believing, showing faith through sports.
From history to the headlines, letting the stories speak for themselves.
I can see there being certain biases and stuff from being from this area, and you know, you should show people outside that there's not that.
Overcoming stigmas and giving people a true look into the mountains.
But you remember those for many, many years. Almost more than being the dominant team that everyone can remember. You remember the underdog.
Now looking toward the next page of his own story, with plans to major in broadcasting or communication at a college close to home.
To be able to tell those stories is great because it can show people through many different forms that no matter what you're facing, you can still fight.
Hoping his next chapter will make a difference.
Anybody that I can help, I would like to. And just make someone's life a bit better.
As he places his focus on the future. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Crum said that he is thankful Ralph Gabbard founded this television station and that he continues to serve the region through a scholarship that allows students to pursue their passions. Well, if you're looking to get in the holiday spirit, there's few better ways to do it than by giving. Elina Elementary School staff in Knott County is raising money to give their students a Christmas they might not get otherwise. They're planning and accepting pillows, blankets, and money through Venmo, or you can call and bring the items to the school. The goal is $5,000 before December 17th.
With the school right now, they don't get a lot of access to like music classes or art classes, so a lot of the items that we've been purchasing so far are more creative and just allows them resources to get into more artistic venues in life.
The fundraiser is called Sherry's Angels in honor of Sherry Mullins, a secretary at Emelina Elementary who died of brain cancer. The staff says this is something she would want them to do and support. For the second year, the pandemic has not slowed down a cherished Christmas tradition in London. Last night was the first night of the drive-thru nativity scene at Faith Assembly of God. WYMT's Zach Hawk spoke with church volunteers who look forward to this each year.
Cars lined up for a quarter mile, all to take in a nativity scene showing the birth of Christ.
As they come up the hill, they are listening to the Christmas story, the greatest story ever told. And so as they journey through Bethlehem in their vehicles, it's going to be kind of like watching a movie, only it's real life.
It takes weeks worth of work and more than 100 people.
We try to incorporate so many things to make it just as alive as we possibly can.
To build vendors and shepherds and Roman soldiers, all leading up to the manger.
As they round that last corner and they see the star, the angels, Mary and Joseph, and ultimately baby Jesus.
Teaching kids the story of Christmas and the reason for the season.
There is nothing more special than seeing that sparkle in their eye. It's kind of like the Christmas story that they've been told actually comes to life in front of them.
Celebrating the birth of Christ and taking a break from fast-paced lives.
This time of year is just a crazy busy time of year. Every minute is seemingly accounted for. So this is just a few minutes where time just kind of seems to stand still.
Letting a lot of area families have some time together. In London, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
The live nativity event continues tonight and Saturday night starting at 6:30 and running until the last car makes it through, usually around 10 p.m. And Perry County's Christmas in a Small Town kicked off yesterday. It's a chance for the community to enjoy several Christmas activities with vendors selling homemade goods, pictures with Elsa, Anna, and Olaf, along with an ice skating rink. Our very own morning anchor Dakota Makris even hit the ice. The rink will move once Christmas in a Small Town is over, so it can be enjoyed for many more weeks to come.
Next week, we will move the ice rink back to the art station, and they have it during the day available for, groups and stuff to rent. They will have certain nights that are open to the public.
Christmas in a Small Town continues this weekend, and if you want to use the ice skating rink, there's a $5 admission price. Another big event is the Christmas Parade of Lights Saturday evening. Due to the forecast, the fireworks Saturday night are canceled, but rescheduled for New Year's Eve. Harsh winter weather is also a possibility in December. We saw that on Christmas Eve last year. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins talks with first responders on how you can better protect yourself.
Wanting those in the region to prepare for whatever may come this winter.
Make sure our vehicles are operational for inclement weather, as well as packing some extra clothes, things like that, in case it were to become stranded. The inclement weather also slows down our response time, so people need to be prepared to maintain before we can get there.
And if the roads are rough, possibly covered in black ice.
Don't hit your brakes, don't hit the gas, let off the brakes and the gas, and just turn the steering wheel in the direction you want to go. The vehicle will slow down and it will take you in the direction that you need to be.
But if you happen to get in an accident, stranded on the side of the road,
don't get out, because if another vehicle comes through and they hit the same spot of ice, they're likely going to hit you, and you need to stay in your vehicle.
However, safety officials say if the weather is bad to begin with,
if they can remain home, we ask them to do so, because it is dangerous to get out on the roadways in inclement weather as such. But if you do have to get out, we ask everybody to buckle up, slow down.
First responders wanting everyone to prepare beforehand.
Get food in, get the gas for the generator, propane for your heat, and that way you have it and not wait until it gets bad and you're not able to get out and we are not able to get to you.
Working hard to keep those in the mountains safe. Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Trooper Gayhart says if any crashes were to occur, you should immediately call 911. Just ahead on Mountain News this morning, a major magazine makes its choice for the Entertainer of the Year. Find out who it is when we come back.
Strong winds, heavy rain, and even isolated tornadoes. All of those are possible late tonight and through the first part of your Saturday. I'll track the approaching cold front in about 3 minutes.